What's up everybody, Jackson here, and today I want to talk about a comment I had on my recent video on the big Happy Meal Cade 6 toy fucking action figure pre-order Destiny 2 bonus. Oh, thanks to these comments, I also found out that you get early beta access, man, for pre-ordering Destiny 2. You get early access to something that all of us get for free. For buying a game that doesn't exist yet, or that you won't be able to play in months. Huh. Okay, so this person is making the argument. I'm gonna fucking just like sum this up. I'm gonna paraphrase it. I don't want to go through and read all of these stupid comments because at this point in time, guys, if you go back and you watch any of my previous videos, I'm gonna cover each one of these points individually. But at this point in time, because of the continual fuck yous that Bungie has given the fans of Destiny and the moves that they have taken, this list has grown, alright? Now I've addressed all of these, you know, point by point, and I'm just going to do a quick rundown right now for you, okay? So, this person is saying he's already pre-ordered Destiny 2, okay? He's already pre-ordered it, he's sold, okay? And when I say that's fine, like, but you gotta understand, this is what my problem is. My problem isn't with people who play Destiny, it's the problem I've had has always been with the people who are feeding and fueling the microtransactions, which in my opinion, like, 5-10 people spend upwards of $400 or $500 on those things, it justifies them being there. So if the majority of the Destiny community decided not to partake in those, it didn't matter, okay? They had the whales, hook, line, and sinker, and then they had all the little kids, you know, they were buying the fucking dances, they were buying the fucking shit because obviously they're kids. They don't understand that that's hurting the game that they love, alright? So this turned the content drops from Destiny into a targeted format of delivering more microtransactions and more ways to incentivize the player to buy them, okay? We're talking events with special things you can only get in the boxes. We're talking the Sparrow Racing, which is, you know, only things you can get in the boxes. Things like this that were built with the microtransactions in mind, okay? And that determined the content drop in Destiny, okay? Destiny 1, the release was so dismal, so bad, that anyone who bought Day 1 Destiny and the Season Pass and saw the course of that game to the Taken King, you are a foolish person. In my eyes and in my belief, you are a foolish person to now be handing Bungie money for a product that they, for all you know, doesn't even work. You have no access to this, okay? This is like buying a car before it's built, right? And then you get it and there's a fucking faulty wire or something and you blow up and kill your whole family, right? Maybe you should have fucking waited until people could fucking test it and see if it was safe. Maybe you should have waited until they could have, you know, seen if there were things that were faulty and they needed to have a mass recall, right? This is no different than that. This is like going to McDonald's and handing them $5 for a fucking Big Mac you're gonna get next week. You're dumb. They're dumb to give you the Big Mac next week. I just keep your money. Because that's the incentive of the fucking person that you're funding right now, okay? Their incentive isn't to make Destiny 2 any better. They've got your money. Why in the fuck would they do anything different than they've already done in Destiny 1? They've already got your money, alright? So I state this point. Then he says, like, you're just using faulty information to give your points more gravito or some bullshit, right? Basically what he's saying is that I'm just bringing up facts, right, of moves that Bungie has made because I don't have a point. This fucking child is so far lost in reality, I do not even understand where he's... And then I call him a fanboy, an obvious fanboy, because if I tell you that it's wrong of Bungie to sell a season pass, then cut people out of content from that season pass, of content with included in the season pass, if my homie fucking can't run Crucible playlists, right, that he owns, that he bought, and he can't play those playlists anymore because his light level has been locked because of his desire to not purchase any more money into this game that he may have already been invested a bunch in, right? If he's no longer to participate in that Crucible playlist that he bought for $90, then they are taking season pass content away from him. I don't know why that's hard to understand. I don't know why it's hard to understand that if I want to run the Nightfall and I don't own the new content, I can no longer run the Nightfall. Even though the Nightfall was included with the base $90 that I gave them, alright? All that money I gave them, I was paying for the Nightfall. But now all of a sudden I've got to give them more money to run the same shit that I'd been running a week before? They don't even just leave a level cap Nightfall for you. No, they fucking say, fuck you to anyone who bought day one. You don't get your shit anymore unless you give us more money. And if you give us 20 more, you can have these dances. Throw your money at the screen. Alright? When I point out to him all of these things, he defends them. Right? He defends their decision to tell owners of the fucking Destiny on the PS3 and Xbox 360 that these microtransactions that were going in their game were gonna fund them content, right? Fucking not only that, just to sell the fucking game, all right? They should have left the last gen behind, but they wanted that money. They knew the majority of people hadn't upgraded, and you know what the brilliance was with Destiny and the reason that they made hundreds of millions of dollars a year is because a lot of people upgraded because of Destiny. And then the people who didn't though, they don't even get to finish the game. They don't get access to any of that content, right? But he defends that, right? And he says it's their fault. It's their fault. They should have planned more carefully, right? They should have fucking known that Bungie was full of shit and that Bungie wasn't going to finish the game on the last gen even though they released it there. They should have known Bungie was full of shit when they said that the microtransactions made available on last gen would fund free content for last gen. That's the fucking consumer's fault. They should have made a better choice. Meanwhile, this little punk bitch has already handed Destiny, I don't know, he's probably pre-ordered the fuck me in the ass, give me the Cade 6 Happy Meal Toy Edition, right? So he may be into this game already over $100, right? Over $100 for a game that isn't even out yet. And he's gonna have the fucking balls to come down to my channel and question the consumers that we're trying to look out for here. Right? And tell me it's their fault that Bungie stopped giving them content when they dumped money into those microtransactions. It's their fault Bungie didn't release the final fucking expansions. Didn't even let them finish out Destiny unless they upgraded and bought the fucking game again. That's their fault. That's not Bungie's fault. That's not Activision's fault. Then I call this kid a fanboy. And you know what this kid says to me? He says, you're just saying that because you're like a leftist calling someone a racist. You have no point. Motherfucker, get the fuck off my channel and don't ever come back. To everyone else, I love you. Thanks for hanging out with me. Till next time, keep kicking ass, be awesome, stay safe.